everybody. Welcome. It is, I hope everybody's, and yeah, as we talked about abilities, quantum relinking thing, right? And I would be knowing when people are, and welcome back. Our surface of it for our thinking abilities. Well, a lot of times they're not just your they. Let me see here. Hold up. Thank now. Let me know now. Check it. What is caravan? What is doing? Psychic read minds, Vince. Eat personal. Okay, someone tell me, see how, let me know. We all have people, a lot of it, or grace, a lot of places that they will embrace there. It's, this stuff is so down check from can't understand. Gypsy says my hold on. Now I need to know forget so chat saying how my sound last thing I heard was can't understand. Need sound a sound check. Come on. So much saying nothing. Talk. I'm gonna go back and
Okay, gonna do another sound check. Okay, gonna do another sound check. Seems like it's working better now. Much better. Okay. Seems like it's working better. Yeah. Good deal. I don't know what the heck happened there. It wouldn't be a paranormal show if we didn't have all the glitches, right? Right. Remember, if you're not glitching, are you really paranormal? Okay, that's better. All right, I'm gonna go. Since we're only a minute in, a few minutes in, I'm gonna restart talking about what I was talking about. That is mental abilities, people who have them, how they live with them. We have all heard a bunch of people talking about how they see things, they hear things, and there are several famous people that talk to spirits. So, for example, right? And the people I follow are Rebecca the Ghost Guide. These are people who talk to him. Cryptid Huntress, and she more remote views, but also a mental ability. Okay. Oh, Blue Chicken, not mental disabilities. Come on now, embrace those things, dude. And okay, something that gets in the way of it is our ego. Our ego gets in the way of this stuff. We tend to want to hear certain things, but not others. And we want to have it a certain way. Well, it doesn't work like that. And I have maintained that reality is weirder than we all could even possibly imagine. Our Keith knows this, right? We've talked in depth. Him and I, we have talked in depth about this stuff. And he says his reality is more like science fiction. Yeah, mine is becoming that way too. Except mine is more, I don't know, it's all based in the spiritual. And things are coming to me. I'm not going to them, but check it out. In this coming up in May, I'm going to Florida. All right, Cheryl Costa put a book out. Number two for UFO sightings is Florida. I'm going there in May. Fort Myers, HeroCon. The first time I went to a convention, it was in Indiana, which is number one in UFO sightings. Crazy enough, you'd think it'd be like Arizona or Utah. Mm-mm, Indiana, and I saw three aliens in the flesh, not in a ship, not on a movie, in real life, and I could definitely tell that they were not right, but they weren't right as humans. They were perfectly right as non-human, right? So that's where I'm going in May, and I'm going to employ my mental ability about being able to perceive this stuff. Hey, Monty, welcome back. Thanks for coming in. I'm going to use my mental ability in order to perceive what's going on because it is happening. And all this disclosure stuff, I don't. Okay. Uh, all this disclosure stuff is not being brought on by the YouTube channels, the sightings. We've always had people writing books, articles, making videos. Always. Okay. We've always had sightings by pilots. Always. Ever since we started this stuff. I am actually surprised I haven't heard something seen by the Wright brothers, to be totally honest. Even though their flight was only like a quarter of a mile, it was up there. Okay, let me check. Okay, Monty is saying video is choppy. Let me check it out. Video is choppy. Yeah, that's just something I'm going to have to deal with is choppy video because it's the connection I'm on. I'm on a very, it's a cell phone connection, right? It's a cellular connection. I wish there was more. This video, well, this show is more about the audio than anything else. Right. Their flight was, Monty is saying, flight was only a few feet high. True, true. It was not a very big flight. It was a proof of concept and it worked. And okay, sound is better. Good. I'm mostly concerned about the sound anyway, because video, you know, I want you to be able to listen while you're driving and be able to absorb it and not need to look at the video. You know what I mean? I don't do too much video intensive stuff. It's audio. Listen while you're driving. Listen while you're working. Do something else and let this stuff sink in. Okay, the disclosure now. That's what I was talking about. Is we've always had that kind of stuff happening. Always. And what's going on appears to be, now it's not, there is no science for this, okay? There is no, we are the science for this. There is no science for this. There is no, well, what expert says it? There are none. We're it, okay? There are no experts for this stuff. Me, Rich, Amy, we're the experts, okay? There are no experts for this quantum stuff happening. Uh, there's no readings to take. There's no, nothing can be caught on video that is credible. Nobody is going to believe it, even if he caught it, right? So even if I got a lady in white walking down my hallway, nobody's going to believe it, and that's fine. I know it. Something stuff has happened. I don't expect anybody to believe what happened in the cemetery. That's okay. It still happened. Um, I could go into all kinds of comparisons right there, but not going to. It's fine. So, uh, disclosure. Disclosure is not going to happen as we are wanting to believe it's going to happen. It's going to be tiny little things put into society like CD-ROMs, DVD, Blu-ray, all that stuff. That is, we're not exactly taking it from UFOs, taking it from space. We're developing it based on the materials and what we do find. And when we found some stuff, there's been a lot of stuff being found. And ancient tech also. Okay. And disclosure, also another aspect of it is I think that the veil that we know between this world and whatever else is out there is thinner. I don't know what's going on, but there are a lot more sightings, right? There really, really are. And our mental abilities are getting better. Why? Everything that happens to affect a group, well, I like to think something might be in the environment, and the environment is the veil. Hey, Joe. Okay, alrighty then. Well, see you when you get back, and I'll be here for at least an hour. So cool. An hour. Okay. Environmentally. So maybe our mental abilities are there. Maybe we've been starting to have all the conditioning that we need to be able to perceive this stuff. Me personally, I took a hit on the head when I was a little kid, and it rewired me. Really, literally, medically, it rewired me because I had to relearn how to do everything. I was 4 years old and I fell off a roof. Brain, they didn't know. This is 1979. Nobody knew anything about this stuff. They knew this much. And you know how much they know now? This much plus this much. That's how much they know now. Okay? Hey, Tim. Welcome back. Thanks for coming over, Bram. And so they know this much about how the brain works. Okay? They know how to feed it, they know how to water it, they know how to walk it. That's about it. They don't know the full potential of it yet because it's so inaccessible, right? If you access it, you damage it or destroy it. So it's observation only. And if you observe, we are more able to do things across the board. Precognition. And now, a lot of these mental abilities are not just in our heads on us to be able to do, there have to be surrounding conditions to do them. Precognition. Let's look at that. What has to happen for precognition to be happening, right? First, the person has to be able to, have that ability. And then the world has to cooperate. Now, if precognition is real, oh, here we go. Did those events already happen and we're remembering in the future because time is an illusion? Okay. Are we remembering something that already happened that's we're just here for and we're remembering it because we're both here and there at the same time? Now, I mean time. I don't mean two places. In the here and now, in the 3D, I mean time. We're here and we're there. I can tell you for sure, in 10 minutes, I am going to be here on my show. So I am there and I am here. You get it? I'm already there. Even though this is the Nexus, we're here now. See? See all that mechanic stuff that has to happen? Everything that is in the future is here, unless something changes between here and there. In 10 minutes, I'm going to be on the show, right? Mark me, 1753. I will mark that down. Where am I going to be in 2753? I'm going to say here. Set 2753. Now, got it written down. These are my little show notes for tonight, which is 3 whole sentences or 3 whole points. Mental abilities. What the hell? My pen exploded. Thanks, Dollar Tree. That was cool. I'll fix it later. But is this telling the future or is this manifest destiny? Right? Am I going to make sure I'm here? I'm riding the quantum wave in all of reality all the time. So I don't know. I'm probably going to be here. Most likely I'm going to be here. That's what I plan to do. So let's see what happens, all right? 2753. And all right, more mental abilities. Telepathy. I have experience with this. I have experience. There is a lady that owns a shoe store down the road. I've told this story here before too. And she is telepathic. She literally put a thought into my head, or and I still haven't been able to go talk to her yet. Um, she's having some health stuff, and I don't want to interrupt her. She's fine, but she's just recovering from something, and it's not up to me to, you know, go and disturb her because she has to run a store. It's a small business, and you have health stuff on top of having to run your own business. It's rough. So lots of demands on her time. She doesn't have time to sit there and just talk with me for a little while. I want to do like a 10 or 15-minute interview. Nothing big, nothing in depth. But we don't need bigger in depth. We've got the quantum. I mean, anything we do is going to be big and in depth. And the kind of logic that I employ, I'm not going to be able to chop it up into scientific pieces. Those pieces don't exist. They don't exist in an acceptable form, right? Okay, now that's telepathy. Empathy, empathic abilities. Yeah, well, Tim is saying time as we see it is like a prison in this. Let me just post it up there. There we go. Oh, let me get back to here. I can post that up there. And I'm not sure if it's a prison as it is an exercise. Okay. And I do not want to actually put my second camera in the show because it's... No. Okay. It says I'm on wireless. I'm not on wireless. But anyway. Hang on. Alrighty then. Noob mistake. Sorry about that. Okay. Noob mistake. And okay, yeah, I muted myself. Genius, right? Hey, we all have tech problems. I've got two different interfaces going on here. And according to many of the regression readers, we are here because we chose to be here. And empathy, right? Oh, that's enough for that one, right? Empathy. Being able to feel things, being able to perceive things through emotions. It is a means of communication, and it is also part of the quantum link. And okay, and it's part of it because it's one of those deep abilities that we all possess is empathy. We do it all the time. We think we're feeling it ourselves, but it's not us all the time. It is the other person or the other entity, your dog, your cat, your animal, whatever you have, whatever animals you have. I think my video is really choppy, huh? This is why people troll. I'm trying to see what's going on by looking at YouTube over here. And yeah, it's the connection I'm using. I don't have Google Fiber, so it's slow. Come on. How we doing? See, on the device, it looks perfectly clear. But over here, it's choppy. It's choppy. As long as the sound is all right, we'll be okay. Oh boy. Do I have no sound again? Is my sound still good? Okay. Am I echoing? I think I might be echoing. No? See, on the device, it's perfectly clear. I know what's up. Okay. There's no echo. There's actual. I'm having in two players over here, so no echo. We're good. Okay. 5 in the chat. Welcome to the Quantum Show. Thank you for coming around. Yeah, T1. I want fiber. T1's old. But they don't have fiber where I live, so I get what I get. All right. But we're talking about empathy right now. And okay, you can actually you can turn them all on and off at will. You really can. And when you realize they are there, then you can use them. But you have to realize they're there, get your ego out of the way, get your teachings out of the way. It's not demons, okay? It's not. It's not demons. Trust me, it is not demons. Oh my God, when I hear things are demons, I'm like, are you freaking crazy? And how serious can you be? You want people, are you, that's fear mongering because demons are portrayed in popular culture as these greasy, slimy, red, fiery, bad things. And they're preaching that. They're saying, oh, what's happening to you is demonic. Bullshit. There you go. There's my bullshit for the night. The stuff that's demonic, bullshit. That is some sort of control propaganda something, right? So it is not demonic. Let me just check my settings. Maybe I'm doing something different. I got no settings to change. Okay. And our ego. See, okay, that leads me into the spirit guides, right? I have two that talk to me, right? I have two that communicate with me on a regular basis, every day, all the time. And I don't mean speaking, I don't mean people talking to me. Yes. Yeah. Okay, Joe. Well, it's just me for the first hour. Second hour will be good. Okay, the spirit guides. Now, at first it was, I call her Xena, right? And she would come into my head, and I legit thought I was talking to myself, right? I thought I was actually answering myself because who are you always going to listen to and pay attention to? Yourself. You're gonna always. It's basic psychology that they teach you. It's a secret. It's a secret. They don't want that out there. They want because it's hard to understand, right? And because again, pop culture. Oh my God, we're all brainwashed. You're always going to listen to you, and you're always going to be most critical of you, but also most honest with you because and people are going to argue with everything, right? I got you, Joe. Computer problems. I know how it is. Um, so you're going to always try to be the most honest with yourself. If you don't, then you enter into the 3D of psychology, and you need something before you can make it back to your quantum presence. Okay, I legit thought that she was me talking to me, and I was answering myself. And then that joke came in my head, and it was like, well, that's funny, but I didn't even think about that. And it came on multiple frequencies. It came as words. It came as hearing them in that part of your head where you don't. Where this stuff is really hard to explain, right? Like when you hear me talk in that processing center right before it goes to memory or gets kicked out, that's where they talk to me at, right? And no, it is not a creepy voice in my head. You know who you are. You know who you are who said that. And okay, I want to. Yikes, y'all. I wish I could turn down a web page. I can't check my sound. Anyway, anyway, um, yeah, it was. She was coming through on multiple frequencies, feeling. It was feeling, it was hearing, and sometimes it's even smell. Sometimes, not all the time, not a lot, but sometimes it's even smell. And let's see, I got comments building up. We have, what is it, 3 whole people in the chat right now. Okay, Tim, well, that's cool. Gonna live to 120? Damn it. Well, I kind of was starting to agree with you. I want to fill this contract and be on my way. Um, Empathy, though, spirit guides. Um, okay, this stuff is really complicated, right? And I could talk all night long on just me and Xena and Sabrina. Okay, Sabrina is the other one. Sabrina is the get your hands dirty spirit guide. She's the one that helps me take care. She's the one that pulls me out of the fire if I ever get in there, right? She was there when I was at the cemetery, right? And I was about to do something stupid, and she put fear. She hit my fear button, gave me all the fear, and that worked. She created a stimulus so I would act a certain way, so I wouldn't get hurt. And I'm convinced they know the future, especially the immediate future, but they know the now. They will tell you the now, and it's funny how you got to word things, right? And you have to perceive it knowing that they know something, but they still can't directly tell you, oh, hey, Nate, I called ahead and your oil change place is closed. It's not going to do that. They're not going to do that, right? Because they can't call ahead. They have all of reality to work with. They don't need phones like we do. And they know the now very well. They will come and you have to learn to listen with that context. Oh, this is so confusing. It's even confusing talking it, let alone I could just imagine how this sounds, right? I can only imagine. So, um, yeah, this is really complicated. It's really hard to articulate all this stuff, and because it's nothing like anything else. I like to use comparators. I can't compare it to anything else. Maybe something in a video game. Navi from Zelda, right? You have Navi going, "Hey, listen, listen," and she has something to tell you. It's kind of like that, except it's more, you know, mortal, because you don't just have text coming in your head on a screen in your head. That no, I hear it, and like I was saying, Xena is the rough and tumble, get your hands dirty, got shit to do spirit guide, and well, being a 6 foot tall, I'm suspecting Mongol warrior, she's pretty good at it, right? She knows what to do, but she can be very scary. And I'm sure other things around me are worried about the 6 foot tall woman in armor walking around with me. And they they go away. Even the local spirits chill when she's around. It's crazy. It's not crazy. It's expected, but you're like, oh my gosh. Okay. All right. 2753 has passed, and here I am. Was I looking into the future? I think I was. Nothing from here is there or there is here. We're here in the now, but I'm still continuing on. Yeah, see? 2753. We are at 3448 or 3434, depending on what your internal clock says. Um, and I want a donut too, Tim. I do. Donuts are awesome. But now, quantum linking. Here's where it gets weird. All right. If it wasn't weird enough for you before, here's where it's going to get weird. Your quantum linking ability is based on your ability to listen to your inner self, your higher self. Stay calm. The calmer you are, the more access you will have. Because um, even, okay, now I don't know how they say, empty your mind. You cannot. It's difficult to do that without meds, and meds kills all of it, right? I have learned to do it like this. When you're in a noisy room, do you listen to the air conditioner? No, you know it's there, you tune it out. Do you listen to the people down there when you're trying to do something? No, you know it's there, you tune it out. That's what it's like for me. I cannot focus on the noise, right? And I heard somebody put it nicely who had just started meds. They said it was like you had a plastic bag crinkling in your head all the time. And it's kind of what it's like. So uh, you just tune it out and you pick what you want to hear, just like anything else. Now, I don't think I have any kind of an edge that way, right? Everybody can do this. And I'm pretty sure I have tinnitus but I tune it out. I've had it I've never not heard the whistling sound in the background. Never. It's always been there ever since I was a little kid, right? I always remember a whistling sound or a pitch, a kind of a noise in the background all the time. And it kind of acts like a filter. It helps me deal with stuff. All this mental stuff happening up, I focus on that when I need to. And when I don't need to, it's still there, but I'm tuning it out. It's not noisy in my ears. I I do have to do things. I have a fan running, and um, complete silence. I don't think anybody likes that because we all have that stuff in our head. And I am not. I bet I would be able to stay more than an hour in the world's quietest room. That meme came across today, and um, so quantum linking. Now you have to be quiet, be calm, even if it's not quiet. Be calm, and things will start to happen. You'll start to see things. And for me, it was right then and there. It was right then and there when I was able to see and perceive stuff. God, my video looks like garbage. I'm looking at it over here. And let me see. What does YouTube look like? Yeah. My throughput is horrible, y'all. I'm so sorry. Yeah, the video is horrible. Well, that's actually all right on my part because you can barely see my messed up hair. Okay, the quieter you're able to get, the calmer you're able to get, the more you're going to be able to perceive all this other stuff that's not right here in front of us. Physical stuff. The physical stuff, it's a fraction of reality. Okay? Physical stuff is a fraction of reality. Uh, and once you're able to perceive it, some people say it bothers them. I'm sorry. That's reality. How do you deal with the rest of your reality that's not totally on your side? You tune it out. You don't have to participate in it. Uh, but um, it's there. It's always there. It's like uh, it's like nothing else. I keep trying to compare things. I was gonna say it's kind of like big business. It's nothing like that. It's nothing like that. But because this stuff is like, and our egos are giving us a ready-made script that's horrible for us. Okay, our egos are there to protect us. Yes. However, it can come up with things like a, a good defense. A good offense is a good defense. Mm, Not so great. That is based on the fear of our monkey brains. Okay? Don't do that. Shoot first, ask questions later doesn't work very well. Okay? I bet if you see a real non human off world alien in public, you're going to have, and there is no doubt, no disguise, no doubt, you're going to have the fight or flight response because it'll be so different. that you won't be able to deal with it mentally, fight or flight. That's the shoot first and ask questions later thing. Don't stand there, observe. Learn to observe. Sorry, I'm just phone stuff. And I just got my own notification 40 minutes after the fact. The internet's garbage, y'all. I don't mean my internet, I mean all internet. Yeah, funny. I was able to quantum link, and this was so cool. It was a live stream going on. I forget who it was, but I say, man, this tech has a lot of lag in it compared to the quantum, which is instantaneous. And she goes, "Oh, am I lagging? I'm sorry. Let me see what I can do." I'm like, "No, no, 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 no. Your tech is working fine. It's just laggy compared to the quantum," which, in retrospect, that was pretty damn cool. That I was able to outpace tech with quantum ability. We can all do that. We can all do it, and I welcome everyone to do it. But if you ever see an alien in real life, fight or flight's going to kick in because you're going to not know what the fuck to do, right? And well, all you can do is say hello. Think of every fantasy character, every D&D, every science fiction, right? Where Star Trek, you don't act with fear. You act with greeting, welcome. Hi, how you doing? Because let me tell you, you're tough. They are worried about us. They're worried about humans because we have access to something, according to our Keith, and I believe it, the 0 point quantum link. He calls it the 0 point energy. I call it our quantum link. We have direct access to it, and no one else does. I don't know why. There's been a lot of discussion on his show and him with other shows talking about, well, why don't they have it? Why do we have it and nobody else has it? That's a good question. I don't know. I don't think they know. I think they know because they have egos too. And yeah, they're worried about us. We are tougher than they are. We have quantum link and they don't. We can manipulate that energy as we need it. Manifestation is a very good example of using that energy. Just manifests, right? I had a printer scanner die, and I was like, I started thinking about it. I started thinking, man, I really need another printer scanner. Just a basic thing. Yesterday afternoon, I get home. There's one. I still have to test it. It just it came it it manifested. Knew somebody out there knew, or I knew, or somebody, or there's a lot of gears going on in the background. That printer scanner showed up at my house right when I needed one. Right now, mine is still working good. This is the one at another place, my sister's place. Uh, my mom came up with one, gave it to her. It died. Right, it just wouldn't work. It would work and not work. This one may be the same. It came from an office where the person passed away and it might need ink. It probably does need ink. But it just came out of nowhere. I was not expecting it. I had just thought about, man, need printer scanner again. One shows up. And I need to fulfill my quantum obligation because, see, I, this showed up for me, right? This showed up for me. And I'm going to do investigations with it. It's going to stay offline, but I'm going to do. Yeah, this is what you think it is. It's one of the freaking nice ones. Oh my god! And that showed up for me, so I need to use it. It's like time to pay up, you know. And I that was. I'm going to go through the cemetery, a daytime show. It'll be recorded. It won't be live. Live is hard to do. And I'm going to see. I'm going to have a standalone camera on over here. I'm able to have two cameras now in two locations as well as the one in front of me, because I have literally two decent phones now and the tablet, and I can just record, right? And I'll get somebody to mix it later. I'm not worried about it. But I might just, you know what? I might record it. All three of them can get on StreamYard at the same time, Nathan123, and record it and then post it up later. That's not a bad idea. Not a bad idea. But using our quantum link. Now, I want to try to stay on topic here. Quantum link, staying calm, using our abilities along the quantum link. What we all have it, like I said before, where you have something that says go left, don't go right. That's part of it. Your intuition, that's what we're born with. That's the quantum link talking to you. That you're knowing reality that's ahead of you because it's already there. Everything moving up to that point is already there. And everything is in the works to make over up there be an up there in reality here where we are now. It's really complicated. Why do you think we have whole fields of quantum physics working on stuff like this? They're trying to link the nuts and bolts universe, which is really hard. I'm not sure they're ever going to get it. And I was talking to an AI recently, ChatGPT, and I was asking it about things like quantum relativity and quantum entanglement. And it quoted everything, and it kept saying, as an AI, I am not able to have experiences as you know it. Well, I'm not asking about your human experiences. I want to know what you think as you. Explain it to me. It wouldn't explain it to me. When you're talking to an AI, you have to be specific, right? Joe would love this because you get to be as specific and wordy as you want to be. Joe, if you're able to go do Chat GPT, log in, make an account, whatever, go talk to that thing. It's cool. But you also you can set parameters, right? You could say, okay, every response that says, as an AI language model, I am not able to do blah, 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 right? I copy pasted. Do not say paste when you respond to me, and it won't. And ChatGPT remembers, right? Unlike a bunch of the other chatbots, right? It remembers. And it can reflect on former past conversations, which is cool. That's cool. It needs a lot of memory for that because there are thousands of people accessing ChatGPT daily. But anyway, I think, um, yeah, the future is out there and it's working up to it, right? But all the things are happening for that future to become the now. And spirit guides, us, we can tell what's there. We can tell what's there. We just have to keep ourselves quiet, keep our egos quiet. Let go of fear. Fear is crippling, okay? Fear is crippling. When you don't need it, fear is crippling. And I'm talking about paranoia fear, not here comes the lion fear. You need that fear. That's the good fear. Well, that's the positive outcome fear. Okay, here comes the lion's going to eat me. Use that fear. But this paranoia, what are people going to think about me? It doesn't matter, right? You're shielded. refer to my show on shielding. Use that show. And those techniques work. Mental shielding. And using all that stuff in your daily life, you get used to it. I'm used to it, right? I am really used to it. And it's been happening to me forever and ever, right? There was a time I was in Germany. I was going to Würzburg with some friends, and we were going along, and we were on the way. And let's see, we were going along. We were on the way, and somebody says, maybe we should eat first. We ate before we left. I was like, and just I had this irrational anger come up. No, we need to go do what we were going to do. And nobody knew where to eat where we were. We had no idea what was close or available or open. So we just, and I was like, oh, we don't need to do that. We need to go do what we're going to do. When we got there, it turns out, now when there were four of us, a party of four canceled a tour. And the place was tour only. If we'd have showed up, the doors would have been locked and nobody would have got in. Oh my gosh. My throughput is horrible. Hold on. My video is so halty. Ugh. Alright. Whatever. You can hear me, right? Cool. You can hear me. That's what's important. But we went there and we took a tour. And guess what? There was an English translator there to meet the people. He was prepaid, right? To meet the people who didn't show up. And here we are showing up. He thought, could I possibly be them? Or could we possibly be them? And we were not. We were a totally different place, a totally different group of people. So, right place at right time. We were destined to be there at that time. And did I say destined? I said destined. We were quantum linking. We were all manifesting that trip. And other people were manifesting something else. We showed up and we took the tour. If we'd have gotten there 5 minutes later, the doors would have been locked. They would have been in the I say castle, it's a fortress, right? They would have been in there ignoring anything on the outside, and it was one of the coolest places, right? Well, anyway, that happened. Okay, that happened. And yeah, that's using our quantum link. And we had been envisioning going to this place for like 2 weeks, and we were really raring to go. So, okay, now I want to go back to now. That's as much as I can say on quantum linking without going way over time, right? But spirit guides. I hear a lot of people talking. I want to talk about contacting your spirit guides and how they get in touch with you. I don't know if I'm a lucky one or observant or what, but a lot of people are like they're relying on synchronicity and hey Raven, how you doing? Next hour starts in just a few minutes. I'm going wrapping up with spirit guides. Um, but a lot of people are talking about how to contact your spirit guide. Ask for them to talk to you, but you have to be able to listen. You have to be able to perceive them, right? It's all good, Raven. My throughput is horrible. I'm looking at YouTube over here, and it just looks bad. I don't know why. And it's my connection. I've got a bad connection. But talking about the spirit guides, ask them to talk to you. You talk to them. You're gonna feel silly. You're gonna feel like, oh my God, I'm imagining shit. No, you're not. You're not imagining it. It's real. I can tell you it's real. And a lot of other things have to happen for it to not be real. Okay. And you're still hearing stuff and it's not real. A lot of other stuff. Not going there right now. Maybe next hour. Maybe on the panel. It's about to be break time in just a few minutes. But when the spirit guides, they will come to you, right? I don't mean in uh, in symbology. I mean, they should be very direct. We people are pretty hard headed, okay? We're all pretty hard headed. So we need to be beat over the head with stuff to get it. um, so, like, speaking of being beat over the head with stuff, okay? I I was talking about ufology. I'm going to talk about it next hour, too. Next hour. But see, I had a ufologist say to me, Nathan, don't get in touch with the aliens. You're going to eat you. It's bad for you. And I was like, whatever. But then I went to Xena and Sabrina, and I said, what if I get in touch with aliens this way using the quantum link? And they both basically yelled at me, no, I'm talking in stereo. They don't work together most of the time. And they just went, boom, no. One said, not for you. The other said, it's not your path. I'm like, okay. Now that's being beat over the head with it. Don't go there. Don't go there. My spirit guide's over there. Don't go there. What are you doing, silly? They're gonna eat you. Yeah, they probably would have eaten me. But and R. Keith, I talked to him about that too, and he said that I probably had preconceived notions about who I was going to be meeting, and he's right. I looked at it, and I'm trying to get over that. Seeing them in Indianapolis helped me get over any preconceived notions. Okay. Yeah. It was like Star Trek. Okay. They were just hanging out. Well, apparently, according to him, they were doing something else. But to me, they were attending a convention. Right. And the weirdest part about them was not their looks, not their everything, that they were wearing regular clothes and not stuff to do with nerd stuff like we were all there for. That was the weirdest thing. You know, the only people who weren't wearing something Star Wars or rock and roll or something were security and vendors. So, yeah. Oh, yeah. Raven brings up a very good point, the Doubting Thomas syndrome complex. Yeah. Being that we create our reality, we only can create some of it. We perceive the rest of it, and we can block our perception. Stop it. Stop blocking your own perception. Stop going through life with one eye covered, right? Let it happen. You're going to think you're crazy. Everybody's going to think you're crazy. But you know what? It's crazy. It really is. Yeah, we try to explain stuff away. I can explain all of it away. Oh, what were the four things and what were the four? Oh, I was just imagining things. I had something in my eye. Where did that girl go? Where she just disappeared? Oh, well, it was super dark. It was a full moon with no clouds. It was not super dark. It got super dark with how? It was not the kind of dark like with the lights off. Okay, it was not that kind of dark. It was a different kind of dark, and it was I, I can't say. I don't even know. Right? It was a different kind of dark. But pay attention to your spirit guides, uh, and ask them to even speak to you. They will, but you have to not block it out, and you have to be able to accept them that they are talking to you. Right? You have to accept it. Okay, y'all. That has been the first hour. I'm going to go take the break, and we'll come back next hour in just a little while. I want to make some more coffee because I'm on water right now, but I want coffee. Gotta have coffee at the Quantum Show. I need to come up with my own coffee. Make a brand name or something. I don't know. I got a lot of. It's going to be interesting for the panel because I kind of need someone to bounce this stuff off of. And hopefully my connection clears up when I reset it when I come back. All right. Well, that has been it for the first hour Quantum Show. And it has been our mental abilities, spirit guides, and quantum linking. All right. Thanks, everybody. I'll be back in just a little while. Watch for the link. Thanks. Keeping it quantum. All right. End broadcast.